Good morning and welcome to Metropol News Highlight. Kenya Human Rights Commission has now moved to court to suspend the collection of data from Kenyan citizens under National Integrated Identity Management System. KHRC wants the amendment to Registration of Persons Act that was assented to in December by President Uhuru Kenyatta to be declared unconstitutional. The petitioner claims the law empowers state to collect data, including DNA, but does not guarantee safety and protection of this information. The Kenya Revenue Authority Board has named Kevin Safari as the new Commissioner for Customs and Border Control after a recruitment process that started last October. Mr. Safari, an insider currently serving as Regional Coordinator for North Rift, has the demanding task of stemming trafficking in illicit goods and harmful products through Kenya's border points. The economy is estimated to be losing tens of billions of shillings every year through entry of counterfeit, contraband and smuggled goods, as well as undervaluation of imports at the Mombasa Port, the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport and other air and seaports. Central Bank of Kenya has published draft regulations for mortgage refinance companies, opening the stage for creation of a state-supported firm that will advance cash to banks on lending to home buyers. Through the CBK Mortgage Refinance Companies Regulations 2019, the regulator wants non-deposit taking firms to be established under the Companies Act and licensed by the CBK to conduct mortgage refinance business. CBK says the regulations are intended to provide a clear framework for licensing, capital adequacy, liquidity management, corporate governance, risk management, and reporting requirements of mortgage refinance companies. Commercial banks will have a reason to worry after MPs passed amendments to the Public Finance Management Law that restricts countries to open and operate accounts at the Central Bank of Kenya or government-controlled lenders in accordance to Section 36 of the Public Finance Management Bill 2017. Banks earn commissions and other transaction fees when handling huge amounts of money meant for counties, a benefit they will not see as the law compels county governments and their entities to close the multiple bank accounts they operate in commercial lenders. The changes also require county governments and their entities to seek approval before opening and operating their accounts. A new report shows that mall developers and other businesses run away from rural populations despite potential for huge margins provided for businesses. The report by Freyam, a geospatial data company that tracks consumer insights, indicates that Kenyan companies have limited their focus to a handful of major cities, but there is a huge fast-growing consumer potential of Africa's secondary cities. Freyam Chief Executive Ben Leo says consumer-focused companies in Africa typically limit their focus to a handful of national capitals or major cities, adding that this approach is understandable given that these urban centers are dynamic, economic and population hubs. National Treasury has accepted Lake Region Economic Bloc proposal to acquire the state-owned Consolidated Bank, and negotiations to acquire the institution are ongoing. Each of the counties in the bloc are pledged to contribute 200 million Kenyan shillings to raise 2.8 billion Kenyan shillings meant to acquire the bank. Chief Executive Officer Abala Wanga says the acquisition of a bank was one of the 5 pillars which the bloc identified as important in a bid to ensure faster development. Murang'a mango farmers are accusing the county of neglecting them by not establishing a value addition plan to enable them to reduce post-harvest wastage and maximize returns. James Msao, farmers leader, says they presented a memorandum to Mr. Wairia immediately after he was sworn in for the first time, explaining how a value addition plan would have created real benefits for both farmers and the county economy. However, Mr. Wairia says the county is finalizing a 800 million Kenyan shilling grant from development partners to establish 5 value addition plans to benefit legumes, cereals and horticulture producers. Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Chairman Richard Ngatia is poised to succeed Kiprono Kitoni as the chamber boss as the latter's term comes to an end. The Chamber has proposed a raft of changes, including renaming the National Chairman's position to be referred to as the Chamber President and Vice President. So for Ngatia James Murrell, National Vice Chairman, Stephen Bogwa, Chairman, Membership and Business Development Committee, and Laban Rao Unditi have expressed interest for the Chamber's President. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more.